Hey, welcome to Quick Looks of the Casual Hour, where we are going to be taking a quick look at Star Wars Jedi Survivor. My name is Bobby, and with me tonight, the entire casual crew, Johnny and Chase. Boys, how we doing?
Doing fantastic, Bobby. Thank you.
Is this a bald Kestis over here?
It is.
Absolutely.
Let's see this boy's face.
Yeah, zoom in on his face.
Yeah, he's still kind of a doofus. I mean,
Can I-
the beard helps.
It
But-
helps cover his dumb face.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So yeah, this is Star Wars Jedi Survivor sequel to Jedi Fallen Order.
We got voted off the island.
Survivor.
Survivor.
Survive.
They
Came out
died,
April
but I
27th.
survived.
Thank you, Chase. I'm glad that you picked
Yep.
up on that.
Oh yeah.
Came out April 27th of 2023. It is $70. Made by Respawn, makers of Titanfall, RIP.
Too soon. Too soon, Johnny.
Published by EA, and this is on current gen consoles only, and the PC.
Yeah, I think before we get too far into it, thanks,
Oh, so
Johnny,
it's
for
on the
going over that.
Switch?
Yep.
That's
A
not a
current
current
gen
console.
console?
That's not current gen. In your heart, maybe. Boy, I'll tell you what, it might even run better on a Switch than it does on my PC.
That's yeah. That
let's-
is kind of
let's-
the
let's
elephant
get-
in the room.
Ran bad on the outside.
God. Okay, that's the quick
That's a
look,
little-
folks.
That's a little Star Wars humor.
That's the
Oh
quick
my
look. Let's do a
Wow.
quick. I'm gonna set the stage on a few things for us all. We're not going to be looking at any story beats tonight. We're not going to be looking at any side quests. We think that you should discover those on your own. We're going to be focusing on the first planet, which is it Koba? Is that right?
Kobo.
Kobo.
It is like a hub world. So
Yeah.
you have your base here. You have a garden that you can grow flowers in.
Yes.
And it's where the main stuff in the game really kicks off.
Yeah.
After the introduction.
And so I've got a handful of hours in this game, probably closer to 7 at this point in time. And I've got some abilities unlocked. You're going to see certain things that will highlight like stances and maybe some gear items that you can unlock in the game later on. So you might see a few things that are spoilerish, but we're not going to get into any of the story beats tonight. And before we do all that, we did joke a little bit, but this thing's had a hell of a launch, boys. And
Yeah.
I've got a very capable PC that has struggled immensely to play this game, and it's still not great. Like right now, I have a 4090, got a great CPU in it as well, and I get anywhere from 40 to I've seen upwards of 90 FPS and all that fun stuff. But I'm playing at 4K. I
was hearing things that it's less that your computer isn't powerful enough. It's that
it's
it
optimized
just
like
runs
garbage.
well, it just runs weird on different
Everything.
hardware. Like
Yeah.
some people who might have a lower spec than you might be having a fine time, or even somebody on the console might be doing okay.
Yeah.
But it's
That is where I'm playing.
yeah, so
is on
this
PS5.
isn't like a cyberpunk thing where it's like, oh, we could just throw more computing power at it and maybe it'll work itself out. It just seems like it functions kind of weird on some
But
different hardware pieces.
they put out one patch already at the time of recording. It's May 2nd, 2023. They have patched this once.
May
since
the
its
second
launch.
be with you.
May the 2nd be with you. But we're gonna get into it. There's a lot of things here that I just want to call out. Like all that aside, I'm really enjoying my time with this game. I thought the first one was fine. This one improves on everything across the board. It's huge. So
Hang on. So I know you said we're not going to do any story spoilers here, and that's fine with me. But like, what is the premise at this point? What is like what? Remind me, what the hell happened at the end of the first Jedi? And
I'm gonna let Johnny
What's
answer that
going
while
on?
I show off one of the new abilities, which is fast travel. So Johnny, you want to take
Okay.
that?
So you spent the game hunting that cube that had all the names of
A holocron.
Force-sensitive children, and after you escape from Darth Vader, you're on the Mantis, and they destroy the cube, and that's where it ends. And so this is picking up 5 years after that, and Cal has been very busy. Like you can see some scars on his face that I don't believe he had in the first game. And they talk about things that they've gotten up to in between when we're playing now and the conclusion of the last game. And
Is he trying to like rebuild the order or something here? Or
You basically start the game off, and he seems to be a bit more scoundrelly in a way.
Yeah, just like a rebel. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the way that Luke showed up in the not Empire, but Return of the Jedi, that he has a lot more confidence about what he's doing.
Yeah. But things aren't going great. You know, the Empire is everywhere, and he's just kind of doing what he can.
It's like he's kind of in like a bit of an Ahsoka role of, oh, I'm doing shit. It's just kind of behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a struggle of his that he touches on as, you know, like, I've lost all these people. You know, what am I even doing? Like, is going through all this worth?
The writing's been great. I think so far what I've encountered has been, along with like Andor, some of my favorite post Disney Star Wars storytelling. Like there's been just some very cool shit happening in this that is not cribbing on all the old emotions that you get, but it's definitely exploring some areas that we haven't really seen before in a mainstream way, and I think that's pretty damn cool. There's obviously stuff happening around him that, I mean, Vader chased you down in the last game. That was very much connected to it. But so far, we're exploring some different eras of Star Wars, even beyond Knights of the Old Republic. So really cool stuff happening here.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I literally beg Star Wars to do this kind of storytelling, and we often just get the kind of, hey, there's a thing, there's an Easter egg for you. So it's nice that we're just telling a story in the Star Wars universe instead of having to tell a Star Wars story all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me call out a few things here that I think are working well technically, and then we're going to break down some of those. So I did a fast travel here. You see me take out some of those guards. I'm going to go ahead and meditate and just rest. Like bonfires and Souls games, if you rest, this is going to reset the enemies here. And I'm bringing this up here. Not only are we showing you a really kick-ass game, I'm going to give you all an early game farming tip. If you come on to the Derelict Dam, you're going to immediately go backwards, and you got a really close spawn point. And I've unlocked an ability on the Force called Howling Push, which allows you to push big things, and that's going to be very helpful here because that's a big thing. And as that big thing,
to be a big thing.
As this thing gets close, we're going to push him into that wall. You want to do that to get a little point, and then we're going to send his ass flying, and that will get you a significant amount of XP. And if you just come running back this way, you're going to rest, and you can rinse, wash, and repeat that.
Do it all over again. Wow.
So it's an easy way to just get some early skill points in the game. There is no cap on your level, but you do get the points that you can unlock and explore some of the things we're going to show here, which they break it down nicely on your perks and skills to give you survival, lightsaber, and force. And I'm going to not...
I'm really impressed with that. Like you jumping over that bridge. Outriders would have 3 cutscenes for that by now.
I'm a little. You might be impressed. I'm disappointed.
So Bobby, I don't know about you, but like the way that this game plays and the way that you control Cal, I think is much better than it was in the first game.
And they really lean into a lot of the capabilities and the stances here. So you have perks and stances. Perks, you can expand on this. I actually have a perk that takes 3 of my available slots to use. It's called Wisdom. I highly recommend getting this early in the game. You're going to find this from a vendor at a cantina. There's an in-game currency you're finding along the way. This allows me just to get more XP when I'm killing things, which I have this equipped because I was doing that farming method earlier. But the stances are really cool. So at any given moment, you can switch between 2 stances in this game, and I can sub these out by say, hey, I want to have just a single lightsaber here, and it'll let you know what you're trading off when you do that. But they introduce a blaster in this one. So I'm going to be rocking a blaster stance, and I'm also going to be using the double-bladed stance. So as we get back into it, if I press left on the D-pad, I've selected my blaster and my lightsaber. On the left-hand side of the screen above my life, you're going to see those blue tic-tac shapes. Those are your ammunition for your gun. And as you shoot, you recharge those by landing hits with your lightsaber. The other one that I have is I can switch this over and have my double-bladed lightsaber. So we'll head back over here and check out these guys again. And then grab that. Let's see if one of these guys will shoot at me.
I'm guessing these stances are better and worse at different types of
Yeah, for
attacks.
sure.
Like I don't know. Is one better about crowd control? Is one better about single target damage?
Totally.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing here with this one. This is very fast, good, multiple targets. Like I can, throw that around me if I want to clear out stuff. Throw it again. Do some really nasty stuff with this one. Johnny, what you've been using? You said on our off the recording here that you're using the blaster and the dual wield, correct?
Dual wield, and then I got one that is like a heavy two-handed stance.
Nice.
So you carry the lightsaber with two hands, and it has a hilt on it. It attacks much slower, but it just pummels the hell out of whatever you hit. And the running attack is Cal does a dive kick.
Oh, awesome.
Which I think is pretty good because you can just like run and kick enemies in the face.
That's awesome. I'm really digging the blaster. I think it's a neat combination. It also plays into the inspiration for the look that I have, which is for those fans of Shadows of the Empire. I've got what I think is a nice Dash Rendar vibe going with this outfit here. And that's one of the things that they've also added into this. There's some really cool customization. They've had it for your lightsaber in the previous games, but we can make Cal look very different. You're going to find new haircuts in the game that you can unlock and apply here, including hey,
hell yeah,
oh, hell
Where
yeah,
do you
brother.
get the mullet from? I haven't found it yet.
You get the mullet. Actually, let me just show you because I'm right here by it. You go through this area, like this. This stuff here is not the best to be on. I don't know if I'll make it. Yeah, I got to come up on this side. It's not too far from here, Johnny. This only takes.
Oh, it's just a chest in that area.
Yeah, it's a chest up here on this thing, which I don't know if I'm gonna make it around here. Yeah, here we go. Really quick, I'll show you. Oh, another thing. You got farming and you get a mullet. You jump onto this pipe here, and you take this back and drop down, and crawl through here.
Boy, they really make you work for this mullet.
As they should. Hop on this thing.
Man, since it feels so much better to play, I have really been enjoying the different platforming challenges.
That's your mullet right there.
Cool. I'll have to get that.
So back to customization really quick. You can do your haircut on this one. You can unlock different facial hair as well. I'm a bald man with a beard, so we're getting a little representation of us baldies here. The other thing, though, there's a lot of outfits, and you can customize the colors of the outfits that you're getting. And I think that there's some really cool looking gear that you can equip on him, early game especially. But just some neat stuff. You can even go for like the whole like Jedi Survivor. You can go for more of like a scoundrel, just bounty hunter. Really cool looking gear in this game, and I think that's been a fun addition. As we get a little bit closer,
not just ponchos.
Yeah, nope. I think there is a poncho in this one.
Oh, I bet there is.
Get there. But one of the other things we'll show, I'm gonna hop back up here. Maybe we did not make it through the sludge. Oh shit. This mullet better be worth it, right, Johnny? I'll get back and show off a little bit more of some of the world that we can explore there with it.
I think this customization stuff is great. I like what I see of the outfits there and hairstyles and stuff. I mean, my big criticism of the first game is I just think Cal Kestis is a
dork.
Is a boring, nothing dork ass character, and I don't know if giving him a beard and a mullet makes him less that, but I mean, it's
cool.
It is something to be able to have a little bit of agency on how he looks.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun just to have a little bit more personality to it. One of the other things that they added into this is you can tame animals, and so I don't have anything around me right now to show off. Well, I was on that mount earlier when we were hanging out in that first spot, and that's made it exploring these worlds. So Johnny's point, like all the traversal stuff and the puzzling has all been very cool. I want to show you the hub area if I could really quick. because I think that's a pretty neat thing also. So up here on this planet, you've got Mantis, which is your ship, but Pyloon Saloon is where, or Pyloon is where we're going to be heading. And there's a lot of cool stuff here, Chase, especially you, I think that you might dig, that gives you a chance to take in a little bit more of the world of Star Wars. That's not quite as on the rails. And I think the first game definitely felt a bit more constrained in that sense. This is your little like hub area that you get to hang out. You've got your own spot beneath the bar up top, the pub. So let's head up here and we'll go into some of these shops. There's our ship up that way and Rambler's Reach Outpost. So we're chugging a little bit, loading into a new area. I'm seeing some framey stuff still, and I hope they get that sorted out. I think some DLSS will go a long way once they give this the love it needs. But for the time being, you show off some of the stuff that you can expect. I think that this saloon is awesome looking. There's all kinds of really neat little knickknack shit in here. And the people that you get to bring back and encounter, there's been some questing and there's a whole thing on rumors that you can hear. So if I go into these, this is going to be more side quest rumors, exactly what they're saying. I can pull those up on the holo map and get an idea where that rumor might be. And there's usually something to explore and find out. While I got this pulled up, I also think that this map is very helpful. You can spend a lot of time early game just trying to find everything because you get that buzz when you find a mullet in a chest and you're like, there's got to be more mullets around here.
Yes.
But you might notice that anything that has a red indicator on it, you just don't have the gear or skill to get through that. I've always thought that this game is a little bit Metroidvania at heart, and you will get to circle back.
The developers have said specifically that they treat this like a Metroidvania. So yeah. Absolutely.
And I think that this map makes that easy to know, like, okay, these yellow areas I have not gone into to explore. The green ones I've gone through and cleared. Red I can't get into now, so I don't want to fuck around with that. That's very helpful.
The shortcutting, I think, is also better in this one.
Like, you cut the rope or put something up.
Yeah, once you've cleared an area, like they usually give you a very much more direct route if you're ever passing through again.
This was one of the coolest things so far for me was I've only encountered one of these, but you actually can do bounty hunts, which is awesome. And I'm really hoping that they let me get bounty hunter gear. I think that like a Mandalorian kit would be really something to just dress up as an actual bounty hunter and do that. But you get these pucks that allow you to do upgrades to your abilities. You pick these up off of your targets and you're picking those up here. You also can get new customization elements for your gear, like your blaster. So this is a new thing that they've added in, which I think is awesome. As we go up to this side, there is a droid that you can turn some holodisc into, and you can get new abilities and check out some stuff up this way.
I have a bunch to turn into her.
She's a lot of fun. Z's a good time.
Yeah.
Good voice acting across the board. These are the perks. This is where you get that one for wisdom. You can also get, not only can you customize yourself, but BD can be customized in this one. And we'll take a look at what that looks like at a workbench here. The other thing, Chase, this is more for you. We won't spend a ton of time on this, but there's a holo tactics table here. And I've unlocked new units that I can play with. And I've already... Turgle... Chase, just look at that sweet baby boy.
Oh, I've seen the memes about Turgle. Yes.
Turgle, we must protect Turgle at all costs. Let me just show this off really quick. I won't play the whole thing. This is it's a tactics game with a little bit of the Plants vs. Zombies to it. I've got 6 abilities I can put out. There's 2 dudes there. Let's do 2 stronger stormtroopers. And we'll start the fight.
I have not seen this yet.
Oh, it's awesome. You can unlock some cool shit with it. So they're going to fight it out.
This feels more like, oh, damn it. What's that game called? Totally Accurate Battle Simulator?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Tabs.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So now wave 2 of 2. I can put 12 points out. I'm going to tell you all a little secret here. This Purge Trooper Commander, not one to be fucked with. And then
someone who has Purge in their title isn't someone you want to mess with.
So let's see how it goes here. murking them.
That's pretty good.
This is awesome.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Get up! Shoot him!
Get him.
Get him! Yeah, yeah.
no.
Turgle, you're sweet but incompetent. So I've already gotten the reward there, but you'll encounter new folks that you can battle, and they're going to increase their abilities there.
I mean, it's no Pazak, but no, it'll do.
It'll do. So you can check that out anytime you're
No triple
back here
triad
at the hub.
But,
All right.
can
So there's a few things there to check out. There's one other thing out front as far as shops go that you can talk to. That's Doma's shop. And there's some good stuff to pick up in here. This is where you can find some extra gear. And this is where you met Turgle at the beginning. So if we come up here and shop really quick, I just want to show off.
Doma big.
Doma's very big. Here's some more doofy haircuts. You can even get a headband haircut. You can get a mohawk. You can get this nice shaggy look.
a sweet handlebar mustache.
Hell yeah, brother. You can also unlock some cool clothes here too. This
The
is right.
first biker Jedi.
I got the
Yes.
bandolier. Yeah.
Okay, that's where you get the outfit I have on right now. Yeah, some cool stuff there though. So if you're looking for cosmetics, that's where you want to turn those in. Again, this is a different currency in the game, but very, very fun stuff. And let's hop on our mount and we'll go explore a little bit. So what do you guys think so far? Pretty impressive?
I mean, I love this game already. So
Yeah. It's very cool.
you don't have to win me over, Bobby.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I finished the first one and thought it was pretty solid. Again, Cal aside.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, seems like there's some good stuff in here. Like, have you been enjoying the more campaign parts?
Yeah, I'm liking those a whole lot.
Me too. And I think the combat it feels more refined to me. So like I cranked it down to the easiest difficulty in the first
Same.
game, just because I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with this. But been playing on normal or Jedi Knight difficulty, if you want, and really enjoying the challenge of it so far.
And this is a game that will punish you like a Souls game. I'm playing this in story mode. That's what I'm here for. I don't need to go and like get my dick kicked in by a big rancor. Like, I want to explore this game, have fun doing it, feel like a Jedi. And those are things that like are super important to me about the game. But again, like, play the game how you want to play it. Enjoy the game. You don't need to wrestle with difficulty if that's not your thing. And they do a good job of making this feel like something that I enjoy. And I think that should be called out. Like, this is a very punitive and challenging game for those who love that. But this is also a very approachable game for people who are looking for something a little bit different.
I love those. Hey, shortcut you haven't gotten yet.
There's some really nice combat.
There you go. Have you gotten the skill that lets you split the blaster bullet into two?
No.
I forget which stance that belongs to. I don't want to check it out.
Very cool stuff, though. Let me unlock this shortcut. That's something that Johnny called out earlier, being much improved. And there's an area right over here to do that. So you'll see sometimes that BD gets highlighted. On this one, it's just going to be a cut. So now we've got this that falls down. And that'll be an easy way to get back up and down from that area, which very handy. And we got a save point right over here. Oh, look at these assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. That was not good.
Boy, he shook you around like a rag doll.
Yes, he did.
That was good. And if you notice, there is amputation in this.
Yeah, they're not messing around with some of those.
There was not in the first game.
That's one of the things. I'm glad you bring that up. I had a big hesitation with. I didn't feel like, as somebody wielding a lightsaber trained in the Force, I should be getting dicked around by stormtroopers as much as I was. And here they've brought back some of the battle droids being repurposed, which makes a lot of sense. They're a ton of fun to kill. But dismembering stormtroopers makes it feel like, yes, you might go toe to toe, but you will do the damage that a lightsaber should do on a stormtrooper, all things considered.
God damn it. Those droids are always talking shit, man.
I'm assuming there is, but is there like a story reason why battle droids are back?
There's some stuff that you find out actually right here on this planet on where they're at. And there's even, I don't know if I can pull it up here in the data bank, maybe. That's Kobo. There we go. So like you'll start to see like even various like changes to some of the enemy types that you'll come across. The droids also, like you can see that this is a B2, but there's now a BX droid that they've added in. So some people have been into, and it'll give you a little story on what they are here, which is fun. So some cool stuff there for sure. Databank does a good job of bringing up on what the story's been so far. You can see what
the archives are incomplete, Bobby.
The archives could be incomplete. I like this. They give you an animation and a tutorial on all the stuff that you've unlocked. If you're looking for it, you can also check out different moves with your lightsaber blades and figure out how you want to go about that. You can also see different stances that we talked through. Since we're right here by it, if there's anything else on the combat that you two would want to see, are you feeling pretty good about that so far?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Let me show you the ship really quick. There's some fun stuff on there as well. So let's head back to our ship, and I'll show you what the customization of some of your other items are. So let's head to the Mantis. Man, fast travel has been a dream come true, especially for these bigger planets. Like that's
Yes, Kobo is very, very big.
It is, and it's you will circle back quite a bit. So let's hop on to the Mantis. This is where you're going to be picking out your destinations. There's all the folks in your crew hanging out with you. I don't remember Bodhi from the first game. I don't think he was there. But was he there?
Bode is a new addition.
Bode.
Voiced by the very talented Noshir Dalal, who did Charles in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nice.
And Katalo in Horizon.
He's been a great character. He is is he Mandalorian? Have they confirmed that?
I'm not sure. But
he's got the gear.
Yeah, he's like a merc guy. Who was trying out for Cal's team at the beginning of the game.
And Grease is just so good.
He's the best.
Back this way, you have a meditation point. You can't fast travel from the ship, which is an oversight, I think. But we have a workbench, and this is what I wanted to show you all. There's some cool stuff for sure. So let's take a look at the lightsaber I've designed. Each piece of it, you can slot in different styles that go with this. So this is a spoiler, but you can actually find complete lightsabers in the game. And when you find them, you can just use all the parts. So I can make it look exactly, or I could borrow some from it, but there are prior Jedi's lightsabers that are hidden in the game, and you can find those to unlock. So I get all these different parts. I can go over to here.
Is this just cosmetic, or is there any benefit to using?
Cosmetic. This is just another thing that you can tweak.
Just fashion.
On materials, you can choose you unlock these different paint packs, and this one here is Kashyyyk. And so in that, I have the green applied, and I have it more with a high polish, but I can turn that down and give it more of a dull look if I want. That's on the primary. I can go into the secondary color and change that as well. Secondary, and change those materials on it. Accent, grip. Within the blade, you can choose all the different lightsaber color blades. I think you unlock red after you beat the game. They also have one that when you beat the game, it will allow you to change the color of the lightsaber every time it hits. The blaster also has 3 components, and I went with this style, the DL44 classic, but when you get it, I think it's an LW896. I think it looks more like that. And I've stuck with the same motif on this one, wooden with a little bit of a forest green.
Not your typical blaster.
And then BD. You can actually customize BD, and this is really cool. He's got all different parts that you can tweak and paint. So I can change this, and I love the animation on
that is a nice touch.
changing that out. You can go down to the back of his head and change how that would look. Same thing for his audio sensors. His
Love the sound
body.
it makes.
Yeah, it's so good, man. And his legs. And then you can also go to materials and you can change everything about him down to the way he's painted. It's a nice touch. It's a very nice touch that I don't think they had to do that by any stretch, but that's a really important thing to me in a video game. I love cosmetics that you can tweak and it shows up in your gameplay. I love that stuff. And for me, it's very, very good. The other thing I'll call out.
You want to make your guy look cool. And
Yeah,
you want your little droid buddy to look cool too.
And I think for Chase, like, he's made it clear he did not like Cal, and I think this makes him a bit more tolerable. This is the galaxy map. You can choose where to go to and take off. Just for the sake of this, I will show you a travel animation, and we'll wrap up while we're doing that. Does that work? Anything else here we need to look at?
It seemed. I mean, I don't even know what I don't know, so that's kind of my issue. But I mean, I liked what I've seen. I feel like you've talked through quite a bit.
Yeah, I think we did a good job explaining what people need to know.
So anytime you take off, you're always going to get a little bit of this banter between your crew, and it's doing some significant loading in the background of this. It will tell you to come and have a seat when it's time to land. So I usually use this time to look at new materials I picked up for my customization. Sometimes I'll check out and reflect on some of these items that we had here. Tell you a little bit about some of the stuff that you can add back into it. Take care of those things. And now we're ready to land. And this is actually where the next story beat of the game takes place for me. This is on a shattered moon of Kobo. And that's a very cool looking shattered moon, if I do say so myself.
That is a shattered moon. I will not deny that.
And this is what you're going to be spending a lot of time. As we've established here, this game has a lot of Metroidvania inspiration, so you will be bouncing around new locations quite often. And here's the newest skybox to look at in Jedi Survivor. I think outside of the performance issues, this has been an incredibly impressive game to me. It improves on every component of the game beforehand, and I think this is just like, I think about this game when I'm not playing it, and that's like one of the best compliments I can give video games. I'm thoroughly enjoying my time with this, and I think if you liked Fallen Order, you're going to feel right at home, and I think that if you didn't, you might find this is a better representation of things that were missing from the first game. So there's more accessibility options, there's more customization options. They've added some really great quality of life, some really interesting new stances, new force abilities. The story is better than ever, in my opinion. It's just so fucking good. And yeah, lots to take in here, lots to enjoy. $70 for a standard edition. I believe 80 to 90 will set you back for the deluxe. That gets you some more cosmetics. Anything that you want to share? Final thoughts, Johnny? Anything, Chase, from you?
No. I think you kind of said it all, man. This game rules.
Yeah, seems pretty good.
Nice. All right. If you enjoy this, you should like and subscribe to our channel because we put quick looks up twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central. And if you like to hang out with us as we talk over gameplay, well, hey, we also do that on Mondays and Fridays at twitch.tv/The Casual Hour. But if you want to hear our thoughts on this game a little bit more in depth, tune into our live recording of our podcast, The Casual Hour, Wednesdays at 10:30 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/The Casual Hour. And then if you just want to hear what we're having to say, you can follow along wherever you listen to podcasts every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Central. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out in this wonderful adaptation of a Jedi simulator called Jedi Survivor. This has been a ton of fun.